When I first heard about Catapult was when I was watching Florida State win the national championship a few years back, and they mentioned it after they won the national championship, so I was interested, like, Catapult, what's this? I've been involved in sports my whole life. I never heard about this company. I was hoping that at some point we could use it here at the high school level because it was just something that's really neat and different.
The workload to me is the biggest thing. Trying to make sure we're not overworking our kids and we're not underworking them. And I guess the best way to say that is if an athlete's a $100 bill, we want to spend $100. We don't want to spend $125, we don't want to spend $60 when we're preparing for competition.
The cool thing about Catapult is that we can see not only how hard they're working, but we can try and mitigate the chances of them having an injury. So we can start to periodize their workouts and make sure that they're not getting injured on a soft tissue level. Now, we're really fortunate here, even though we're at a high school level, we have a trainer, but it's still subjective. Even though he does an excellent job, it's subjective whether or not a kid is 80% or 90% ready to return, where the metrics with Catapult gives us an actual objective opinion saying that, look, this kid is 80% from before his injury. So if we know that he was now 80%, we know whether or not it's going to be a couple more days or a week or whatever long it takes to get that athlete back to a return to play so he's 100%. Every sport has different energy demands and has different conditioning levels. So we want to make sure that we hit those aerobic capacities along with making sure that we're doing the multifaceted areas of sport where they need to do different types of change of direction, or they might need to do more sprints, or whatever it is that they need. We're going to make sure that they get that because of the data it's telling us to, not just because we've read it or we think it that way. Our athletes are unique in their own way, and we're going to make sure that they get what they need.
My advice would be to be open-minded and to really take a look at this product and to see what it does, because I have no doubt in my mind that it's going to completely change how we do things here. I think it's going to change how we prepare. You know, 2 days away from our competition, what are we doing with our athletes? So the biggest thing I'm excited about is kind of getting some concrete data to make sure we're preparing properly.
We looked at several other GPS companies, and when we came down to making that decision, we did choose Catapult because they have been around the longest. They are the ones that started the wearable technology for sports, and all the research behind them is validated because a lot of different universities have looked at them, and so the same with private companies. So we know that our athletes are wearing the best technology, and we're not just putting something on them just to put it on them. Rather, we're putting the best on them so that we can give them the best results.